Hello brothers and sisters, Kameron here. How's it going? I hope your day is going well. This is episode 3 of the national news that I was a part of, along with 13 other survivors and a bunch of interviews done with like Zalkin and there's a bunch of other attorneys. I'm forgetting their name off the top of my head, but I'll links and you'll see in the video. If you haven't seen those other two, you've got links at the end of this video and in the description where you can go back and watch those. I suggest you watch them in order. But I was a part basically of an national investigative news series. There's 3 episodes plus a bunch of clips, and on the website they have PDFs and everything where they interview abuse survivors from Jehovah's Witnesses, and then they go confront Watchtower and they interview like the lawyers, and they look over the cases and they find the documents that prove that the J-Dubs have been hiding this shit for years. So this is episode 3 where Lynn and Tara, who are in, I believe they're working with a New York based, one of them's from Massachusetts and the other one is from New Jersey. They're working with a lawyer over there, and they were able to go overcome something called the statute of limitations, which is really interesting. When I cornered a couple of elders from my old congregation, if you haven't noticed, again, I'm shooting on my iPhone, so there's been complaints consistently about the audio quality. My gear is broken. My camera and my computer broke a couple of months ago, so I'm doing the best I can. But if you are willing to donate a few dollars, I've got a GoFundMe link in the description. Also, you can follow me on Instagram, shoot me a message, and ask me questions there. I try to upload as much content as I can to show, oops, I keep forgetting I have to look at the camera over here, to show that I care, and I'm working my ass off to keep moving forward. But back to the issue. So the videos is pretty interesting. You'll see this is the shortest one. It's only a couple of minutes long, but they talk about something, the statute of limitations. It's actually one of the other bills that the CCLA, the California Civil Liberties Advocacy Group that I work with, has been working on the bill potentially here in California. In New York it got passed, but the churches have been also, that's another one in addition to the SB 360 to help them stop hiding sexual abuse under penitent privilege, was the statute of limitations. So basically that is, once you turn 30, at least here in California, you can no longer go and sue or go to the cops and be like, hey, I was abused as a child or abused as a young adult. The bullshit about that is that the 13 people that I was interviewed with, one of the guys, his name is Brian. I love him to death. He's recently awakened. His wife, Stephanie, beautiful couple. Brian's in his 40s. You know, and I woke up an adult in my 20s. So there's so many people that I know that wake up when they're in their 40s, they wake up in their 50s or 60s, or in their 30s, mid-30s, and they're kicked out automatically. So you can't fucking do that to people, because some people wake up at different rates. Even when we took SB 360 to the Capitol, Senator Nancy Skinner, beautiful soul, she's like a pillar to women in society, a strong, level-headed, smart, beautiful woman. She herself said she was an abuse survivor. I'll try to put a clip in here now.
Before I ask for the witnesses in opposition, I want to thank the survivors very, very much for speaking. And I want to just applaud your courage. It is very difficult. And I think we all know that abuse of children happens because either the child is in a setting where they feel they cannot tell, or they do tell and it's never revealed. It allows the abuse to go on. So we applaud your courage. And I am an abuse survivor. Years of abuse. I was not able to speak about it publicly until about 6 years ago. So it is very, very difficult, and I really applaud you.
But she wasn't able herself, a senator in California, wasn't able to come out about her abuse until, I think she said 6 years ago, and this was a few months ago. And I don't know how old she is, but she looks like she's in her mid-40s. She could be in her early 50s. She looks great for how old she is. Don't fucking know. But that statute of limitations is bullshit based off of those arguments and being able to see things with my own eyes alone. People should be able to report abuse whenever. Because if you are in an organization and you're believing, if you're brainwashed since a child, or if they lied to you and brainwashed you as an adult, you could be holding on to that information. And a lot of times they, like the elders, when they come out about abuse, they tell you, well, it's in God's hands, we'll take care of it, we'll look into it. They don't do shit. They're lying to your face. They're lying to your fucking face. Because that's the direct orders from the governing body. These other individuals, they've been covering up sexual abuse for years. The higher you go up in any cult, the more corrupt you become inherently by just following their rules, just accepting obedience, whether you know you're protecting child abuse or not. Anyway, this goes into that. Very interesting interview with the two girls. I really wish them the best because they just filed their lawsuit. And I hope that they kick Watchtower's ass because after the statute of limitations goes down, there's going to be hundreds of lawsuits, not just against the Jehovah's Witnesses, but also the Mormons and the Catholics and Scientology and all these other, any Christian church, any non-Christian church, any secular group, any organization, that was weird, any cop, whatever, any business that's hiding abuse and claiming penitent privilege. They need to be fucking reported. So you watch that now and stay tuned to the after this, so that way I'll say a few words to you.
We're survivors of sexual abuse.
Lynn Hagan from New Jersey and Tara Bird from Massachusetts are sisters, and now both plaintiffs, filing a lawsuit Wednesday against the Jehovah's Witnesses organization. Both accuse the church of a widespread and massive scheme to cover up childhood sexual abuse.
You told the elders the abuse was ongoing. Did they call police?
No.
Did they make it stop?
No.
You believe they covered it up?
Yes.
Do you feel betrayed?
Yes.
They kept just badgering me to stop lying, to tell the truth. You're bringing reproach upon Jehovah's name.
For them, this is a day of reckoning. We met both women for their first ever interview in Philadelphia, where their attorney, Kirsty DeGroot, is based.
We want the world to know what's been going on behind closed doors. There are countless children out there who are silenced and shamed for the things that are happening to them.
The lawsuit is being filed on the first day a one-year window opens in New York State, allowing claims previously barred by the statute of limitations to now be brought under the Child Victims Act. Multiple attorneys representing different clients tell us they expect hundreds of lawsuits to be filed against a wide array of organizations. In its official publication, the Jehovah's Witnesses say its families are free to report an allegation of abuse to police.
You were only 8 when I got married.
But Bird and Hagan say in their cases, that was not true.
Here we are all together with all our kids.
Yep.
The sisters, who are both mothers, say they want to shield their children and others from the religious organization they believe didn't shield them.
They need to be exposed for what they're doing, and children need to be protected, and they're not.
It needs to stop.
In Philadelphia, I'm Chief National Investigative Correspondent Mark Albert.
Okay, so now that you saw the clip, pretty powerful. I wish the girls the best, and their lawyers seem awesome as fuck. Seem really cool. I hope that they can go and kill this. This is a big fucking deal, and I hope they get every single dime that they can out of Watchtower. Unfortunately, that money comes from JW members. So I really hope they can kick ass and get every penny, because I myself am talking to Erwin Zalkin, even though he's hard to get a hold of. Because he's got hundreds of cases. He's the leader, at least here in California, killing it with the Jehovah's Witness abuse case, and he's been through a lot. I mentioned on my previous video that there's a podcast that he was a part of with Reveal News. I'll be linking that again here so you can listen to it. It's about an hour long if you're at the gym, on the treadmill, or just doing dishes around the house. Go watch it. It's pretty cool. It has where the Jehovah's Witnesses flat out refused to hand over their child abuse cases and files that they've been hiding for years, even when they lost the case. And the judge throughout the case is like, you lost. They still refused, and they only gave a partial, get this, partial file. They claimed it was going to be too long, it's too hard, too difficult to, that many abuse cases. They only gave them a partial file. So there's still thousands and thousands of cases that are hidden. They're worse than the Catholics. Anyway, brothers and sisters, if you've noticed, as I mentioned earlier, I am filming on my phone. A lot of people have been complaining about audio quality. I'm doing the best that I can. I'm trying to use my AirPods and speak up. All my gear is broken. So again, I have a GoFundMe. If you've watched 5 or 10 of my vlogs and any of it has been helpful or inspirational to you in any way, please donate a few dollars. I think I'm in a position to finally ask after 3 years of vlogging, and probably going to vlog for the rest of my life on this subject as we continue to make progress and kick Watchtower in the balls and make the United States a safer place overall, to ask for a couple bucks. So my computer stopped turning on, and my camera with my special microphone that will not hook up to my phone all went down. And if you can help, that would mean the world to me, because I plan on talking about this for a very, very, very long time, to help all of us develop and grow and push laws and push the divine, that new light onto Watchtower that they're going to claim. Brothers and sisters, if you want to see some behind the scenes stuff, you can follow me on Instagram at Kameron Fader, I have a bunch of behind-the-scenes clips and pictures, and you can also DM me. It takes me a few weeks to answer those because usually, like I said, people send you like the Book of Job life paragraphs after paragraph of their life story, and I read them. It just takes time to reply because it's a lot, and some people are really cool in sharing their stories, and I would actually like to put this out there that if any of you have a story that's crazy, or you feel like it needs to be heard, I would love to hear it and start doing more interviews, because I think the more voices we can add to this is something I learned from being on this news special, is the more voices that we have speaking similar stories or crazy stories, the more validation it is for XJWs, especially those recently awakened, but the more proof, the social proof that we're showing that this is not normal, this is crazy. And it's absolutely fucking nuts. And I actually happen to be getting a lot of requests for more cart videos. So speaking, I chose this location. I'm not going to do it in this moment, but I chose this location to vlog in because there are J-Dub carts right behind me. So we're going to walk past, and I will be going after them and asking questions that I know can't be answered. So, and in the meantime, brothers and sisters, I will see you in the next video.